questions with translation, I'll be here and I'll try to translate anything you want.
Thank you. Okay, hi dear, my name is Galina Padlko. I'm Chief Communication Officer of Vivat Publishing, and I can't really believe that it happened because I don't even expect that I see Mey Musk, not on online meeting. Our teams teams of Vivat Publishing now in Kyiv, and today we'll have lunch with Mey Musk. Do you believe it? That? Because actually I think that I'm sleeping right now, and it's really amazing for us. And I think that if you really want something, the whole universe help you to reach it, and it's like it's that case. Okay, May, as we announced before with our readers, we will present for our readers books signed by you for the questions that they have written before in our social medias, and it's important to say that we get really a lot of questions to you. And it was really hard for us to choose the best of them. So we should start with the first one. It's a question from Veronica Krasno. Do you intend to write a fiction book? If yes, what it should be about? Who would be a main hero?
Okay, so first of all, fiction writers are very talented and they have a great imagination. I'm a scientist, so I really don't have that kind of talent. But if it's non-fiction, you know, every section of my book, people want more details about it, like the adventure one about the Kalahari, and I've got beautiful photos of those too. And then the modeling, of course, I have a modeling story with every photo shoot I've done. And then there's the family, there's the health, of course, as a dietitian. That's what I really want to share more of. And then the success section, entrepreneurship, and that's what I give a lot of talks on, is entrepreneurship. And I love it when women are in business, and I don't want to speak about the men because men support women too, but women need to be out there and show how good we are.
They need to be at this stage, yeah. I really agree with you. So it would be non-fiction.
It would be non-fiction.
Okay. Which book have you read for your children when they were young?
Well, my children are now 50, 49 and 47, so I cannot remember what I read to them because I was brain dead. All I wanted to do is just sleep a few hours. But with my grandchildren, with my daughter, I moved to Los Angeles to help her with the children. So then I would read anything about dinosaurs to my grandson and anything about princesses to my granddaughter. But now they're 8, they can read themselves.
So the next question from Vasilina Vrublovska. What should readers feel before starting reading your books? What problem readers can solve reading your books?
Well, you know, women are always surprised, and actually men too, about the content of the book, because I didn't know I had a great story to tell, but the literary agents, they were really wanting me to write a book because they'd seen some interviews. So then I wrote it, and the comments I get is that it inspires people a lot to make better choices and to make changes in their lives, and that makes me happy.
Oh, cool. The next question from Frederick Olga, really interesting for me. Does everything included in the final version of your book? Or maybe you deleted some parts. I heard that you want to be sure to publish a part about domestic violence, but your children insist on it. So is there any parts that don't include it in final book?
Yes, well, I would say really when I told my children I'm going to write this book, they said, you talk about your struggles. And then I said, well, I don't want to talk about your dad. And they say, he's worse than what I could ever imagine. So I did, and it wasn't long part. I didn't do too much about it. And then when I read it with my editors, I said, take it out, and she wouldn't. And women are relating to it. But then you hear many stories that are much worse than mine. So then I didn't really think I had such a good story. But then just to know that you can get out of an abusive relationship, you don't have to be insulted or shouted at every day. And it's hard to break away, but you need to feel good about every day.
You give a voice for this movement, I think, and it's really important for women in Ukraine as well.
Yes, I've heard that from women in Ukraine when they make comments, they are happy about that I wrote about that.
Yes, it's really cool. Who can play May Musk if there would be movie by your book, and which song will be like a soundtrack?
Okay, so of course Charlize Theron can do my accent because she's South African and she's very beautiful, so I'm quite happy she does it. And the soundtrack that I sang when I was getting divorced was I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. And even every time I hear it I say, I remember driving a car saying I will survive.
Cool, very cool. And the last one from our readers, from Katerina. Have you ever had life-changing book? So, have you ever had life-changing books in your life?
Yes, when I was married and very sad, I read a lot of romance books because I just thought there can be happiness in life. And now my daughter makes romance movies. So yes, sometimes we have to live in a different world in our minds just to find a little happiness, but now I would say life is good. It's great to be 73.
And the last question from our publishing: when we should start to translate and promote your second bestseller?
Well, you know, if I would stop traveling to all these countries now and giving talks and doing modeling jobs, then I will have time, because I started the second book, of course, near the end of the pandemic, and I thought everybody wanted to know more, and from every section. So I just have to, my work has to slow down.
Cool.
So we'll see.
So we will wait for a book about business, women in business. The adventures, family and health, of course, because that was what I did all my life, is as a dietitian help people to be healthier. Okay, we will wait for this book so much. It was Maye Musk, especially for Vivat Books. See you soon. Thank you for choosing us. Bye.
Thank you.